Part of what's so exciting building on Bitmap is as a decentralized ecosystem, everybody has each of their own little projects that they're interested in and that they're focusing on, and everything is built and intended to be interoperable. So instead of a centralized project where, a project manager, a team lead is going to define the scope, what are all the things that we need, and then you're going to have to build everything, right? You're going to have to build a full stack, or you're going to have to find somebody who's built the pieces you want and, make a deal with them, whatever. Bitmap is the opposite of that. It's open source. The whole idea is that it's a decentralized project nobody owns. Everybody builds pieces. And so entrepreneurship in the world of Bitmap is not about building a full stack. It's about understanding what exists and figuring out how can you assemble the pieces in a way that adds value. How can you assemble the pieces in a way where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts? And so I'm really excited about a tool that Switch 9 is building called Nexus. I love the word Nexus. It was a word that occurred to me when I was thinking about this ecosystem of value. I came up with this term Avalon Nexus, and I told people at the time, I'm like, this isn't a project. The name doesn't mean anything. It's like my Camelot. This idea that instead of trying to transfer value and try to do pump and dumps and, sell narratives to dump on the normies, whatever the stories are that we tell each other, actually building products and services that have product market fit and actually developing them in such a way where, yes, we can earn fair compensation. Yes, we can earn, we can pay for our development and be rewarded for our work, but not by transferring value from some other sap that we're going to dump on. That's everybody's dream of making it in crypto, is to dump their worthless bags on some other idiot and they've made it. That's what they think making it is. Not by doing that, but by creating a product or service that has real product market fit and creating actual value for people, or unlocking value that was being stolen by a monopoly like Twitch. That's why I started Bitmap Stream. Being able to capture value or create value for something that's real, and then share that value with the customer. Have the customer be happy, have them use the product and love it. Whether or not that onboards them, we're going to use the dirty word, the O word, onboards them to Bitmap, or whether they just use that service and enjoy it. They pay for the service or the product, they enjoy it, and then they have control over it. They own it. They're not dependent on a platform or a monopolist trying to wring every little drop of value out of them. So that's what's so exciting about building on Bitmap is once you see that, once you realize that there is such a thing as creating real value, you start asking yourself, how does the technology work and how can it benefit me? And how can I use that technology to pursue my passion or my dream, to unlock it, to enable it? So with Bitmap Stream, I don't need to invent the whole stack. I really don't need to. What I need to do is to put all the pieces together strategically. And so I've, over the last several months, started assembling those pieces and starting writing code. And I'm not a programmer, but I taught myself what I needed to do step by step to gradually increase what I was capable of. And instead of going out there and selling some bullshit to everybody based on a narrative, I showed the value first. I created Warp Speed TV as a demonstration, a proof of concept. I set up streams for other people strategically in the community whose contributions I value and who I can repay by creating the same technology for them, not by making a platform for them and locking them into it and making them my slaves, because that's what Twitch wants to do. That's what YouTube wants to do. No, by empowering them, by creating their own streaming server for them and giving them the keys to it and saying, now this is yours. And by doing that, I'm unlocking some value for them. They now have these tools, Urban, Bitmap News, Tornado, working on Bitmap TV, building this awesome interactive site that uses Bitmap Stream as a component, as an infrastructure layer. Value is being created, real value, not bullshit value. Real value is being created. And the reason it's possible for all of us nobodies, us broke nobodies who are not backed by VCs, who are not being paid in this myriad style pyramid where you have VCs at the top and then KOL, influencer, BSers and you have a whole ecosystem of people who are grabbing and taking and extracting while adding no value. Instead of doing that, it's a bunch of us broke nobodies who are teaching ourselves what we need to learn in order to create applications that meet our needs, that satisfy our interests. I wanted to be able to use this as freedom technology so other people could create their own streams, free from the censorship, free from the terms of service, free from somebody trying to steal and capture your data, free from two-sided platforms that try to enslave you. But I don't have the capabilities of building the whole stack. And so when I saw what Switch was building with Nexus, he even reached out to me at the time, really politely. He didn't need to do this, but he reached out to me. He said, "Hey, Dabber, I had the same idea of the word Nexus being a cool term for what I'm building. I know you had used it in some other context, like, you cool with this?" And I was just like, dude, I'm like 100%, I'm 1,000% cool with it, because what you're building is a big piece of what I was talking about. The Avalon Nexus was this idea of this ecosystem of value where we actually all build real shit and it actually all works together. That's what he's building. He's building a piece. And that piece is going to be instrumental in bitmap.stream, because one of the models of monetization for streamers who use this protocol is something I'm doing with Warp Speed TV, where my parcel holders will be able to have ads on this channel. Not like Twitch, not like YouTube, where they take up the whole screen and obstruct your view and you can't hear what they're saying or doing, and you're forced to watch this horrible ad. No, just a nice little unobtrusive window that pops up in the top left-hand corner with a simple banner ad or a simple video that's muted. Nothing that disturbs or distracts from the content that you're already enjoying, but that just informs you. And these parcel holders, Nepos, he just bought the most recent parcel 33. I told him, I said, you're going to be able to advertise whatever you want. For the next 6 months, every few minutes, there's going to be just a little unobtrusive ad that pops up for 15, 20 seconds and then just fades away. And all the parcel holders are going to get their own ads, and you're going to get one now. And you can advertise whatever you want. You can advertise your favorite bitmap project. You can advertise a project you're working on. You can advertise your favorite meme coin or your favorite meme or a cartoon or just anything you want. It's a self-expression. Do what you want. You now have time. You have real estate on this stream. You're a parcel holder. You're part of Warp Speed TV now and forever. And what's so cool about what Switch is building is that his tool is going to enable, and this is something we have yet to build, so I'm not saying it's done, but this is an example of somebody who's building a piece that I don't need to build. He's already building it, where we're going to be able to see a child of a parcel and have that inscription, have the information in that inscription be a source that I can pull from for Streamlabs, for OBS, such that parcel holders will be able to actually update their own ads. Total decentralization. So what's my angle? Dabber, what's your angle? You're going to get what? 10% of everything forever? What? How do you do this? How are you going to make money? No, I'm not going to get 10% of everything forever. When the Pioneer Pass is on sale, people who enroll in the Pioneer Passes are going to get a stream. They're going to pay for it in the form of the Pioneer Pass. And then I'm going to hand the keys to them. And they're going to be able to pay the virtual private server bills themselves. And I'm not going to be able to censor them or control their content. They'll have total freedom. And then when version 1 of this is complete and everything's integrated with the wallets, where you can plug in your wallets and you can plug in parcels, people are going to pay for that then too, in the beginning. They're going to pay once. They're going to get their stream set up on their bitmap. They're going to be able to go over to a parceling tool built by these gigabrains who are working on this kind of stuff, like Switch and Bop and Astral Architect and Urban, and just these gigabrains who are all building all of the pieces of this ecosystem, this Avalon Nexus. And all I have to do as a builder is understand how to assemble those pieces together in a way that creates value or unlocks value. That is the new economy. That is what Bitmap brings. The Avalon Nexus.